Hello everyone, welcome to Projects with Gaurang. Now that we know what LangChain is, let's get our hands dirty. So in this video, what we are going to do is we are going to set up the LangChain and we are going to build our very first AI app with just a few lines of code. So before starting, subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Now let's jump right into it. So here's the code. First install all these dependencies. LangChain, LangChain Google GenAI and LangChain Community. Now I'm not doing it because I already installed it. And this LangChain Google GenAI, this is for specifically Gemini, not GenAI, Gemini. Because if you are using different providers, like if you are using OpenAI, it would be different. If you are using Hugging Face, it is different. So that's why, because I'm following Gemini models, install only this. If you are following along, if you are using different models, you are free to choose different models also. So after running this, run this python.env. Install this also because it will help you load the environment variables. Now, what is the environment variable here? There is only one environment variable, which is your Gemini API key. Now, how to get that? To get the Gemini API key, simply type in your browser Gemini API key and get the first link, this Google AI Studio. Click on it and then click on this Get Started. It will open the Gemini chat window. So you have to ignore this and click on Get API Key. Then click on Create API Key. So after clicking on it, you have to enter the Google Cloud project you're using. Now I have many projects here, but so how to create the Google project? It is very simple. Just go to Firebase console, and you can create a new project here. You can enter the name. I have reached the limit, so I'm not creating. But you can see I have many projects here, and all these projects are listed here also. So select any one of them. For example, I can select this resume SaaS. Create API key in existing project and it will generate the API key. So it will take some time. So it will give you the API key. You can copy. So I have copied it, and if you go down, you can also see the generated API keys. After that, go to your .env file and in this fill the value. One more thing, do not change this name. This is very important because what happens is that this model, this Gemini model will look for this environment variable only, and this is fixed. How do you know that? It is simple. You just have to go to the LangChain documentation. So in LangChain documentation, they have mentioned here that Google API key should be the name for the API key. So that's one thing you have to remember. For different models, again, there are different reserved variable names. Now after doing this, close this file and then you need to import the load.env. This function, when called, it will load your all the environment variables you have declared in your .env file. You don't have to do much about it. Then we are going to use the chat model for now. So chat Google generative AI model I have imported, and this chat prompt template. This is a very simple thing. What it does is it helps you to give a template to your model in your prompt. In prompt, what happens is that we give a template. We tell the model like what is the model's role and what type of questions or what the user is expecting. So that is easier, and it also helps model to understand the context. So these are the two things. Now we have to first make our model. So we are using this chat Google generative AI. I'm using Gemini 2.5 Flash Lite model because it is lighter model and it runs faster. You can use even Gemini 2.5 Flash. It will give you better results because Again, it has more parameters, and I'm setting temperature to 0. 0.7. Remember, temperature value can only be from 0 to 1. Do not give value more than 1 because then it can show some errors. So just one thing, temperature of 0 gives very factual results and temperature of 1 adds some creativity. And then the creativity levels are fluctuated. So 0. 0.7 is, you can say, a bit more creative but not that creative. Then I have, using this chat prompt template, what I have done is I have given the system and the user template. That system tells the model that what the model's role is. The user template tells, the user part tells what are the questions, or you can say what are the inputs from the user. Then we have created a chain. Chain is just a logical path which your code is going to follow. That's all. Chain is very simple. What is going to happen is that, logically thinking, first you will give the prompt, then the prompt will go to the LLM, then LLM will process it, give you a response, and that response will be forwarded to user or to other tools depending on your application. So this is the logical thinking. First, I need to prepare a prompt, I need to fill up the prompt, then I need to give the proper prompt to LLM, which LLM will process. After that, last step is to run it. So this chain has a function called dot invoke. Now dot invoke function is used to run the chain, and this is an object here or a dictionary here. So this one thing, these two names, this question should be same, they cannot be different. So keep the names same and give the question, and this response dot content is your answer. You can also print the whole response. Let's do one thing, also print the response. You should also see this. Now after all this, just run the code. It will take some time to get the output, so wait for a second. See, you have your output. So in this whole response object, we have a content, which is your output, which is also printed in the next line, which you are going to give to user, or you can give to other tools also. So this, what I can do is I can make a pipe character and I can add any tool here. Like if I say LLM output should go to any other tool, so I can do that. Again, this is a logical chaining. However you plan your application, this chain will change. And this pipe character is one of the properties of LCell. So this is a LCell notation. So that's it. We have completed our first LangChain application. Now there is one homework for you. Try to use different system prompts and see how the output varies. So that's all for this video. We will meet in the next one. Till then, take care and bye.